heart, hustle, baseball. The game lives here. This is Pioneer League. Watch on home.
Tuesday night, but since then they have struggled with an 8-0 loss last night in the Voyager Stadium over there. Should be a good matchup here. This is the Range Riders in search of their 200th victory of all time. Range Riders and the Paddleheads coming right up from Glacier Bank Park. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you and get set for baseball live from the Flathead Valley. We'll be right back.
The facility that we have, we're just very fortunate. This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Welcome back in once again. Range Riders and the Missoula Paddleheads are about to do battle here from Glacier Bank Park in the Flathead Valley. Should be a great matchup between these two sides as the Range Riders coming in with a record of 15-12. The Paddleheads are 13-14. The preeminent squads here in Montana, but right now it's Billings gaining all the headlines. Let's go over the starting lineups. First for the home side, your Glacier Range Riders. They'll be led off by Alex Fernandez, the red-hot rookie out of San Jose State. Kyle Ashworth bats second. Rover will bat third. Ratfield fourth. Horning fifth. Millen sixth. The bottom three is McLaughlin, Garner, and Steele. Evan Langston is the starting pitcher for the Glacier Range Riders. On the other side, Missoula Paddleheads will be led off by Will Bermudez. Nick Klent bats second, Apodaca third. Dean, Stone, and Cazzarella bat in the middle three. Kazuski, Gutierrez, and Piatkovich round out the starting nine. Jaron Jackson will start his second game against the Range Riders this season. In total, Jackson a 7.89 ERA in 5 starts for this Paddlehead squad. Opposing batters are hitting .348 against the pitcher that we'll see in the bottom of the first inning. We'll take one more quick break, and when we come back, we will have first pitch from the Flathead Valley. Don't go anywhere.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
The national anthem is sang live in stadium here in the Flathead Valley. Evan Langston once again is the starting pitcher for this Glacier Range Riders squad today. Langston on the season has a 9.86 ERA and a 2-2 record. As we look around the PBL, it is, or excuse me, around the defense, I should say. The catcher for the Glacier Range Riders is Donovan Ratfield. Carson Garner over at third base. At shortstop, it's Jacob Steele who makes his return to the active lineup today. Tommy Rover will bat. and the 3 spot, and he will play second base. Jake Millen over at first base. The outfield from left to right is Kyle Ashworth, JD McLaughlin, and Alex Fernandez. Langston getting ready to finish or to start this contest off. Again, this is his 6th start of the year. He has 2 wins, 2 losses. He's not a strikeout guy, only 12 Ks on the season, but when he's had success, he's been able to entice weak contact and frustrate opposing batters. Langston now prepares in the Range Riders Friday Reds to take over and start off against this Paddleheads offense, who certainly have been performing fairly well. But the pitching staff has had a lot of questions for it. And at the same time, with the numbers they were giving up to a squad as good as Billings, it doesn't matter if you score 10 runs a game or whatever you expect to score. It is Will Bermudez to start us off. Bermudez on the season batting .330. .330 on the season. 6 home runs, 27 RBIs. The first pitch is called a ball. They asked if he went. Third base umpire says no after a long ignoring moment from our home plate umpire. Count goes to 1-0 on Bermudez. That one almost hits him on the inside. Count goes to 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, no outs. Top of the first inning. Langston downstairs. 3-0. The problem for Langston is not necessarily that the strikeouts are low, but it's that the walks are at the same rate as the strikeouts. 12 walks, 12 strikeouts right now. 3-0. Pitch in. And that right there is an encapsulation of how it can go wrong for Langston, because he will allow contact. If there is base runners aboard, that contact becomes very dangerous. A single here, a single there does not matter if you're not allowing base runners to reach. But the outings that have gone out of hand, it has been free passes mixed with hard hit baseballs. Bermudez to first base, and the first pitch in now to Nick Klemp. Hit on the ground to short. Steele fires for 1. The throw for 2 is not in time. That one just too slow of a roller to Jacob Steele, who sat back on it. And the fielder's choice to get Rover is good for out number 1. Klemp listed as a catcher, but clearly Michael Schlack does not trust his defense all that much. We have not seen him play catcher against the Range Riders in now 4 games played, as the speedy Enzo Apodaca steps up to the plate. Apodaca on the season, .369 batting average, as he grounds this one over towards Tommy Rover, who fields it and throws for a 4-3 double play. And that'll do it. That'll do the trick just fine for Langston, who has a fast walk off the mound, and Rover scampers into the dugout as well. A 4-3 double play to kill the inning, and we will head to the bottom of the first.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Field from left to right is Dean Kazuski and Apodaca. Range Riders will be led off. First home batting opportunity for Alex Fernandez, who fires the first pitch up and inside, sees it up and inside from Jaron Jackson. 7.89 ERA for Jackson, 1 wins, 2 losses, 6th start of the year. And he has 19 strikeouts to 12 walks. This one carrying towards right center field, and it'll get down. Easy double for the speedy Fernandez. No chance to get him. A stand-up two-bagger to start off his home tenure as a Glacier Range Rider. Man, he just keeps swinging the bat so well. You got to think at some point he'll come down to earth, and I'm sure it will, but him coming down to earth by the end of his final season of collegiate ball was a .401 batting average at San Jose State. So it's all relative what coming down to earth is. Reached every time he stepped up to the plate last night, but was not able to be pushed across home plate. That one misses low and away. You can't necessarily put the blame on Kyle Ashworth for that. He was very solid out of the 2-hole. These were the 2 guys that had any offensive production for the Range Riders last night against Great Falls. As this one flared down the left field line. No chance for anybody to get to it. A foul ball makes the count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs, bottom of the first inning. Kyle Ashworth at the plate. Receiving from Jaron Jackson. Downstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. 21 2/3 innings for Jackson. Also not a big strikeout guy, but his strikeout to walk ratio looks better on paper than that of Langston. The 2-1 pitch into Kyle Ashworth. Upstairs and in. Count goes to 3-1. Upcoming here. Hitters count for the Range Rider outfielder. That's too high. And Kyle Ashworth, although his batting average is not insane, his on-base percentage continues to be near the top of the PBL. In a ton of plate appearances, over 100 plate appearances, he has 34 walks and just 12 strikeouts. He's also been hit 3 times. That's an on-base percentage that is now sitting over .540. Tommy Rover stepping to the plate. Double steal is on. The throw will come down to third and not in time. Great job by Fernandez. He slid completely over the bag, did not lose his touch with the bag. There is a called strike. So the count goes to 0-1 on Rover, but he's got 2 in scoring position now for him. Double steal, and Rover swings and misses. Count goes to 0-1. Tommy Rover, .290 batting average, 5 home runs, second on the team in that category, 29 RBIs. He is first despite missing the last 3 contests for Glacier. The 0-2 pitch. Upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Tommy. Range Riders rocking the Reds on this Friday. Of course, just announced the red jerseys that the Range Riders will wear on the 3rd of July, America 250 weekend. The 1-2 pitch into Rover. Hit through on the left side of the infield. Defense was back. The green light sends the runner home. No chance. It is 2-0. Range Riders out in front. Tommy Rover comes through in the clutch to put the Range Riders across home plate. 101 off the bat. Rover, a guy that's sorely missed as this top of the lineup, is going to look very dangerous with the trio of Fernandez, Ashworth, and Rover. And if you get Ratfield with the bat at the cleanup spot, that makes it even better. Ratfield on the season still with a high batting average at .411 for the Glacier Range Riders. Swings that one, fouled back into the face mask of Gutierrez. Count goes to 0-1. This Missoula squad is hampered, and so are the Range Riders. We're at that point in the season, just over the quarter-way mark, where pitching staffs are starting to pile up injuries. Some guys also are at that point. I know this is something that Missoula's had to deal with. Some guys just are not wanting to play anymore, and you got to figure out who's going to be cut out for this long, grueling 96-game season as Ratfield swings and misses. Count goes to 0-2. No outs, bottom of the 1st inning. Donovan Ratfield at the plate with Tommy Rover on first. Jaron Jackson allowed a leadoff double, walked Ashworth, a double steal, and a base knock to bring the 2 runners home by Tommy Rover. Has made it 2-0 in the blink of an eye. The 0-2, no out pitch into Ratfield. Way in the dirt, a cricket toss makes it 1-2. Lots of action going on around the league today, and as you start to understand this first half playoff picture, it is headlined by the Billings Mustangs and the Long Beach Coast, who have played equally kind of medium schedules. They certainly are a benefit of the fact that Billings for sure has their path to the playoffs very clear in front of them. 1-2, Ratfield hits it foul, almost takes the head off the Range Riders first base coach. Jackson Murphy over there. Billings has 22 games remaining and a 21-5 record. And with about 20 games to go for these squads, we're close enough where you can start saying what a magic number is. It's still high for Billings. The magic number is 18. If they take 18 out of their final 22 games, then Billings will make the playoffs no matter what. The same magic number for Long Beach, as if they take 18 out of their final 21 games, they will clinch it no matter what. We also can talk about tragic numbers, which is the elimination numbers, and I can tell you 2 squads can be eliminated from first half playoff contention by the end of the weekend. The Red Pocket Mobiles and the Idaho Falls Chuckers, who each have 22 losses. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no out pitch into Donovan Ratfield. This one hit on the ground, tailor-made double play ball, and that's exactly what happens. Piatkovich to Bermudez to Stone, 6-4-3, and 2 are gone after 2 came across for the Range Riders. Carson Hornung now steps into the left-handed batter's box. This one came off the bat hot, delivered well on contact. 98 miles per hour, but zipped right to the shortstop in Piatkovich. Hornung sees the first pitch strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Range Riders got what I believe is the first time a pitcher has had a complete game shutout against them in franchise history yesterday, and that's a single pitcher. Of course, it was the final week of the 2024 season. The Range Riders were no hit against the Ogden Raptors on the road down at Lindquist Field, but that was a combined no-hit effort. 1-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sam Lavin, complete game shutout, and clearly the Range Riders not happy about it. They took 0 outs to get 2 across in this one. 2-1. A tapper towards second base. Quick glove needed, and it's out at first base. Bermudez lobbing that one as he falls to flip it to first base for out number 3. That does it for the bottom of the first inning. Tommy Rover, a 2 RBI double to make it Range Riders 2. A 2 RBI single, I should say. Range Riders 2, Paddleheads, nothing.
Turn.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. It's the top of the second inning here at Glacier Bank Park. Game 1 of a 9-game homestand for the Glacier Range Riders, 3 against the Paddleheads and 6 in the first ever matchup against the Red Pocket Mobiles. That game, we'll start that series, is on Tuesday. I'll have plenty to talk about when we see the Red Pocket Mobiles. I also have homework to do. They are currently coming out with a documentary detailing the story of their 96 games on the road. This one hit towards second. Jacob Steele's got plenty of work so far this game. And a 6-3 putout is good for out number 1. They just, I believe, dropped episode 3. And I'll tell you what, I haven't watched episode 2 and 3 yet. But the actual quality of the documentary, and it's for free on YouTube, it's very interesting. And as somebody who has spent the last 4 years on the road with a minor league baseball team, it's certainly a unique perspective that not many people get nor fully understand. You can try and capture it in stories and whatever, but even the documentary I don't think will fully do it justice. This one whipped into the glove of Jacob Steele. Climbing the ladder, Steele fresh off the IL, takes that 110-mile-per-hour pitch and snags it out of the sky. Up comes Xavier Casarella. Facing the minimum thus far is Langston. Xavier Casarella on the season, .333 batting average, 9 home runs, which leads the Paddleheads, 33 RBIs. That is not atop the team. Tyler Stone is on the top of that leaderboard. There's a called strike right at the knees of Xavier Casarella. Range Riders rocking home reds, red tops, red bottoms. Glacier in the gold lettering across the front. The numbers on the back gold as well. Count goes to 0-2. White pants for the Range Riders. Unveiled the Friday Reds for July 3rd. I mentioned that. They are fireworks themed. Check it out on the Range Riders social media. And if you have somebody that is on site, as X sends this one deep in the sky, J.D. McLaughlin makes a routine catch. 3 up, 3 down on just 7 pitches. We head to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Glacier.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second inning. Glacier Range Riders with a 2-0 lead over the Missoula Paddleheads here in the Flathead Valley. Jaron Jackson on 20 pitches will start inning number 2, and he'll lead it off against the switch hitter, batting right-handed Jake Millen. Millen, most of his home runs have come with the left hand, technically, batting left-handed. 5 of them, while just 1 has come while batting right-handed. This one will die in shallow left field. Moving a long way in and making the grab is Dean in left. Maybe had a chance, but just hung up there long enough. Exit angle nearly 50 degrees from the Range Rider first baseman, who just got under it a little bit. J.D. McLaughlin now stepping up. McLaughlin, I will say, I think he's improved the strikeout numbers a lot. And last night I mentioned Ashworth and Fernandez, of course, were stellar at 1 and 2. And the only other offense was McLaughlin, who did reach on a single and a walk. First pitch misses. Count goes to 1-0. Swing and a miss there from J.D. The situation in general with him to start the season, and still holding on, is you just want to lower those strikeout numbers because he's so good on the base paths. He's so good in center field that if you can just tick down the K rate, he becomes part of a really good squad of outfielders for the Range Riders. You got 3 really good players in there right now with Fernandez, Ashworth, and then McLaughlin, and Drew Collins, who's been playing really solid. And whoever doesn't get used, if they, of course, don't DH them, then whoever doesn't get used is going to be the pinch running opportunity. Ashworth, Collins tonight, JD, whoever it's going to be. They all can field well out there. They all can run. And clearly Fernandez and Ashworth have been so consistent with the bat. The 2-2, swing and a miss. A strikeout of JD, and there's 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Up comes Carson Garner. Garner on the season, batting .247. This is his 26th game played. 2 home runs, 10 RBIs for Garner. This one hit hard down the left field line. Extra bases for the Range Rider third baseman. Easily will get into second. And 106 off the bat puts a runner in scoring position. For the first at bat back from injury, Jacob Steele stepping up. Steele on the season, .258 batting average, 2 home runs, 21 RBIs. Still 3rd on the team in RBIs, despite the fact that he just missed 10 days. Garner in scoring position with 2 outs. Can the Range Riders come through in the clutch with their number 9 batter, Steele? He's got good speed as well. In the dirt goes that one. Count goes to 1-0. Important to get that hit as well for Garner because it broke up a 1-2-3 and possibly very efficient inning. Still could be single-digit pitches for Steele. If he gets out on the next pitch, it will be a 9-pitch inning for Jackson. Trying to get out Steele. This one hit towards left field. Base knock, it got there quickly. Green light to send the runner home. A high arcing throw, and it's safe at home. Dean fired a huge throw that got a little off target towards home plate. Garner using the wheels to get in just in time as we'll take a look back. Catcher still asking questions about it. You see the green light pretty much all the way. The sellout throw. And that's a great call because the hand of Garner got in and he shot that lower body out of the way of the glove of Gutierrez. Home plate umpire was right over the top of it. I love how aggressive he was to get himself in that play so he could make a clean call, and he did based off the one replay we just got. 3-0 Range Riders. It's an RBI single by Jacob Steele, and he advances to second, so now he's in scoring position himself. I was interested to see if we were going to get a green light just because it got to the left fielder Dean so quickly. 2 outs for Fernandez. Pick off back into center field, and Steele will easily go to third base. I don't know what Jackson was doing there because Piatkovich and Bermudez were not getting the same signs that he was. 1-0 count on the error by the pitcher Jackson. First error of the contest by either side. The 1-0 into the very dangerous Alex Fernandez. 1-1 as it's a called strike. 90 miles per hour right over the heart of the plate. Fernandez a double. His first time up. The numbers speak for themselves. What this kid did throughout his collegiate career, wherever he was, whether in the state of Washington playing JUCO ball, UCLA, Memphis, or San Jose State downstairs. His senior season that he just finished up at San Jose State was phenomenal. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Steele 90 feet away on third base. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Biggest number for Fernandez is the fact that in what I got over 30 plate appearances thus far this year, he has 2 strikeouts. I don't want to jinx him to a third here. On a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Bottom of the second, deuces wild in a 3-0 Range Rider lead. The pitch in. Low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch is only the 15th pitch of this inning. Fired in by Jackson, but it has been eventful. Sparked initially by a Carson Garner 2-out double, steal, and a play at the plate. Made it 3-0. And now Alex Fernandez, a 3-2, 2-out pitch in from Jackson to the Range Rider right fielder. Ball 4, and he works his way to first, and either on the next pitch or the pitch after that, he will try to go to second. I'll put my chips on the table for that one. Kyle Ashworth steps up. It's a classic play in general. If you got the wheels of Fernandez on first base, and there's 2 outs on the board, runners on the corners, send that runner from first base and dare them to throw it and try and get him out. 9 stolen bases already for Alex Fernandez as they pick it off to first base, and it was pretty close there. But I'll tell you what, Fernandez, he got pretty good reactions. And he just squeaks that one out from the tag of Stone. Stealing on a lefty, always a little bit trickier because they're staring you right in the face. Do they try another pickoff to Fernandez, who's running on the pitch? The throw will not come in. Fernandez has his 10th stolen base of the season in his 8th game played as a Range Rider. Pitch was called to ball, is missed low and in. And there's 2 in scoring position for Kyle Ashworth, who's 0 for 0 with a walk. Low and away, 2 balls and no strikes. The approach versus Fernandez, honestly, that's exactly what I would have done if I was Jackson. I'm not giving him anything to hit. All gamble against Ashworth or Rover or whoever's after him. But the way he's swinging the bat right now, don't put anything near the zone, even if there's 2 outs. In the plate, into the plate there. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 2nd, 3-0 Range Riders, 2 in scoring position for Glacier. That one was 89 at the top of the zone from Jackson. Range Riders bolting out to an early lead here. Unfamiliar territory against the Paddleheads as they fell behind early against Missoula. In the first 3 contests they played, this one's sky high. Will it stay in play? Running out of room, and just out of room is the third baseman Xavier Casarella, who nearly enters the dugout that he called home for about a little over half of last season. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 2nd inning, 3-0 Glacier. A great Friday night crowd trying to cheer Ashworth to a clutch hit. The 2-2, 2-out pitch from Jackson to Ash. Called strike 3. Just scraped the bottom of the zone at 79 miles per hour. A challenge would have barely upheld it. We head to the 3rd. It's 3-0. Glacier leads off the steal RBI single.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901, when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry, with systems built to perform.
Top of the 3rd inning here, 7-8-9 to up for the Missoula Paddleheads. It is Kazuski, Gutierrez, and Piatkovich that lead us off here. Range Riders lead 3-0 in the early going. Got to feel good for these Range Riders to be in front. They trailed from the bottom of the 1st onward yesterday, and an implosion in the bottom of the 7th on Wednesday night. They were mightily outscored, I believe, to the tune of 14-0 since the bottom of the 7th inning on Wednesday night. So to get 3, it is certainly not job done, but it is a small victory. The count goes to 1-1 as that one misses to Michael Kazuski. Kazuski on the season, batting .318. He has no home runs, 18 RBIs, good wheels, 9 stolen bases in his 27 appearances. Sky high, shallow center field, left field. The catch will be made by Ashworth. Easy money there on a ball popped up. 1 out, top of the 3rd inning. League scoreboard already underway. We got a 7:05 pitch on the weekends here on Friday and Saturday. So that means the 6:30 start times are underway. And how about those Voyagers? They could do a favor to the rest of the league if they're able to pull off some wins in the Magic City, Billings, Montana. They're up 9-2 in the top of the fourth. They got some sort of momentum yesterday and the end of the game on Wednesday, and it's carrying just a little bit into this matchup with the Mustangs. A long way to go against a very good Billings squad, especially that offense. The the Missoula Paddleheads know that more than anybody due to the 20 spots put up in 2 out of 3 games. Called strike right at the bottom of the zone to Sergio Gutierrez, who has not been placed out this year. He is 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI base hit, his first appearance, coming off the bench as a pinch hitter. And in what I mean in the most respectable way possible, just based off of records, what can be referred to as a toilet bowl between the Red Pocket Mobiles and the Idaho Falls Chuckers. 1-0 Red Pocket leads. That one did miss just downstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So somebody's getting either a 5th or 6th win of the season between Red Pocket and Idaho Falls, and somebody will get loss number 23. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled off. Ogden leads Boise 3-1. That's a battle between 2 squads that are just above the Range Riders in the standings right now. Modesto and Oakland matching up. It's 0-0. And in the bottom of the first between Yuba Sutter and Long Beach, it is also 0-0. If you're a Range Rider fan, you're rooting for the Freebirds. Swing and a miss. Gutierrez punched out by Langston. First K of the day for the Range Rider starter. Just a little bit of movement to the outer cut of the zone there on that fastball. And Gutierrez didn't see it coming. Now it's Piatkovich. Step into the plate. This one out to center field. Not much movement needed by the Range Riders center fielder in J.D. McLaughlin. It's 3-0 Range Riders after a 1-2-3 9-pitch inning. Fired by Langston.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tommy Rover, a 2 RBI single in the 1st inning, will lead us off here in the bottom of the 3rd. Scott Gladstone with you here in the most beautiful setting for professional baseball. Hard to beat the view we got here as this one hit on the carpet over to short. Piatkovich fires low but scooped up by Stone, who got it off the short hop. 6-3 put out. Out number 1, Jackson, 40 pitches to the first 2 innings of work. As Donovan Ratfield, who grounded into a double play, steps up for his second AB. on this Friday night. Range Riders, when scoring first this year, as there's a called strike, Range Riders are 11-4. When the opponent scores first, they are 4-8. That is a fairly indicative measure this year for how the Range Riders do. And I will say, you might think, oh, well, that's probably always the case. If they score first, they win more often than not. If the other team scores first, they lose more often than not. That's not the case. Last year, the Range Riders were 5 games under 500 when they scored first, and they were 10 games under 500 when the opponent scores first. So still, maybe more often than not, but they didn't have a winning record on either side. So maybe. And then in 2023, the Range Riders were good both when the opponent scored first and when the Range Riders scored first. They were 28-21 when Glacier scored first, and when the opponent to Glacier scored first, they were 26-21. That's virtually the same record. So it didn't matter in 2023. It matters pretty starkly this year. Last year, it also didn't matter, just the opposite way. Swing and a miss, Ratfield punched out. 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd inning. Of course, partially due to that stat, that 2024 or 2023 team was just phenomenal, including the comeback wins they had. They were 34 of the comeback wins that Glacier had out of their 109 in franchise history. A third of all comeback wins coming in one season when we're in the 5th season now. First pitch to Hornung missed low. That one missed as well, said our home plate umpire, and they're going to lose a challenge. That was a bold challenge and a wrong one. I don't know why you're challenged on a 1-0 pitch that did miss a fair amount of out low. Just situationally. I know it's the other team. I'm the Range Riders broadcaster. I'm not going to make any qualms about it. But it's still fascinating because guys just get stuck in the fact that that has to be a strike. And it could be, but it's just not a good challenge. That one barely scrapes the top of the zone. Count goes to 3-1. Three-1, 2-out pitch, bottom of the 3rd inning. This one carrying out to right field. Hornung has himself a 2-out base knock. If I were a manager, and I'm not, but if I were a manager, it would be a team rule that before the 7th inning, nobody is allowed to challenge unless it's a called strike 3, a called ball 4, or what would be a called strike 3 or a called ball 4. Ball up and away. Count goes to 1-0. Once you get 7th inning on, then allow the wiggle room a little bit more. But you got nobody on base there. You got a 1-0 count. I get it. You don't want to go to a 2-0. But you can survive 2-0. You cannot get back a challenge if you lose it, and that's exactly what Missoula did there. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the 3rd inning. 3-0 Glacier leads. Hornung on first with a pretty healthy lead over there. Fouled off by Jake Millen. Millen popped out to shallow left field in his first trip to the plate. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Fouled off again. We'll say, even though the Range Riders are right now in a deficit trying to make up ground in terms of the standings, other than Billings, they probably have the most favorable schedule going forward in terms of the opposition they'll face. Talk more about that plenty throughout the weekend. The 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch. called strike 3. Millen does not challenge it. Would have stayed alive for another pitch if he would have, but instead we head to the 4th. Range Riders lead 3-0 over the Missoula Paddleheads.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
Missoula Paddleheads flip over the lineup card for the first time today. They will send 1, 2, and 3 back up. The only player to reach thus far is Will Bermudez, who led this game off with a 4-pitch walk. He was thrown out as part of the Apodaca double play. Well, I guess he was actually thrown out as part of the Klemp fielder's choice, and then Klemp was thrown out as part of the fielder. It was all a ladder that was started off by him walking. That's what we're saying. Foul ball, and the count goes to 0-1 on Bermudez. The second baseman, he can play just about anywhere defensively. They've seen him in the outfield. They've seen him all over the infield. Injuries have piled up. 4 guys on the IL. Michael Ball, Jaden Bishop, Ryan Wentz, and Tai Yukamoto. Called strike right at the bottom of the zone. Count goes to 0-2. As the Jaws theme music takes over. A lurking Evan Langston in the water. Oh, 2, no out pitch. This one into left field, and Bermudez will hold at first base. It's a single, first hit of the contest for this Missoula Paddleheads squad. Range Riders 3 runs on 5 hits in the early going. And Langston had faced the minimum through the first 3 innings. Still can if he's able to entice similar looking ground balls out of Klemp and or Apodaca that he did the first time he faced him. Klemp nearly got thrown out as part of a double play. And then Apodaca did get thrown out as part of a double play. The 1-0 no out pitch with Bermudez on first. Also missing 2-0. Klemp on the season batting .350. 6 home runs, 36 RBIs. 3 balls and no strikes. None of them have been particularly close. From Langston, who's trying to find himself back around the strike zone. Three balls, no strikes, no outs. Top of the 4th inning. Bermudez over there on first has 9 steals. Called strike to the bottom of the zone. Still a hitter's count for Klemp. Runner stunts to steal, swing and a miss on a ball that dropped off the shelf. Great pitch there on a 3-1 count to entice that swing and a miss. Three balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Nobody out here, top of the 4th inning. Langston tries to persevere after falling behind 3-0. Runners going, and it skips all the way to the backstop. It'll be second base for free for Bermudez. The walk after the single, and it just felt like too tall of a task to overcome for Langston once he fell behind 3-0 there. Runners on first and second. Up comes Enzo Apodaca. First pitch of ball. The 1-0. Also missing. Langston started off this contest with that 4-pitch walk of Bermudez, but since then has been right around the strike zone, enticing that weak contact. All 7 pitches in the second inning from Langston were strikes. As this one carries out to left field. Catch is made by Ashworth. And the throw quickly to third base. Good job there for out number 1. Apodaca flies out to left. Like I said, Langston fired 6 pitches in inning number 1, and because of that 4-pitch walk, he only fired 2 strikes. The first pitch, swing into a fielder's choice by Klemp, and then the first pitch, swing into a double play by Apodaca. In the second inning, 7 pitches, 7 strikes. Perfect margins from Langston. And in the third, you'll take it as well. 9 pitches, 7 strikes. So his 50% strike ratio here, pretty low. And he's going to tick over the halfway mark with a strike there. That was the 13th pitch of the inning and the 7th thrown strike. 0-1, 1 out to C.J. Dean. Foul scrape, count goes to 0-2. Dean, one of the newcomers on this squad, and has splashed on pretty early. Added to the roster right after the Range Riders finished up their series with Missoula. Of course, all of his games were played at home, so take it with a grain of salt because it's a different ballpark than this one that the Paddleheads play in down the road. Foul scrape again by Dean, who grounded out too short his first time up. North Greenville product is Dean. Went to Centennial High School in Columbus, Ohio, and also played at the University of Cincinnati and Ohio Dominican University before finishing up. And North Greenville. Low and away. Count goes to 1-2. While at Cincinnati, he made just 27 appearances, had a .222 batting average for the Bearcats. 1-2 is low and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Also some good experience in the Coastal Plains League, which is a well-run summer collegiate league down there. Savannah Bananas used to play in that league before splitting off and doing their own thing. In 44 games played with the Macon Bacon, he batted .250, 4 home runs, 30 RBIs. This one out to left field, and it's down in the gap. Both runners being sent home. Relay will come offline to the plate. It's a 2 RBI double by C.J. Dean, and 3-2 goes the scoreline off the well-hit ball to the left center field gap. Klemp scores all the way from first. He read that ball well and just kept running. Langston, who was messing around with falling behind in a couple of those counts. That was one where, funny enough, he actually got out ahead in the count and then missed the zone twice before Dean took advantage. The walk, of course, to Klemp does come back to haunt as well. Up comes Tyler Stone with a tying run on second base. A line out to short for Tyler Stone. He had that hard hit ball that Steele robbed him of, maybe not just a hit, but maybe extra bases. Ball downstairs to Stone. Count goes to 1-0. '92nd meeting all time between the Glacier Range Riders and the Missoula Paddleheads. This one flared up and foul. Inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. It's also a ball. It's now 3-1 as Langston continues to not key in perfectly on that zone. This Missoula squad much more patient this time around. 3-1 hitters count with still just 1 out. And it's called ball 4. Stone issued a 5-pitch walk. Again, Langston, his best outings have been continual pummeling of the strike zone. Moments here, moments there, but he's been able to weather it. When he's found himself in situations like this where he's given up walks, that being his 3rd of the game, that is when the slip and slide really becomes possible. Xavier Casarella 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field. Prepares to step in. Will Oman, Range Rider pitching coach, part of a conversation with Donovan Ratfield there as well. Home plate umpire wants to join in. Travis Schatzman starts to have a conversation as well as they extend the clock on this meeting. I don't know if I've ever seen an umpire talk this long with the 3 players on the mound. An enormous mosquito just landed on my computer briefly. On top of the keyboard's tough. Don't want to slap down too hard and break the keyboard, so I opted just the shoo away method. We'll see if it comes back. First pitch in, hammered out to left center field. J.D. McLaughlin working over, not able to get there. It's an RBI double by Xavier Casarella, and the scoreline is now tied at 3-3. Dean across. Stone never going to have enough speed to score from first on that one unless he was cruising all the way. And that one offered pretty much dead center at 89 miles per hour. Smart play by Casarella there to realize that conversation probably was around hitting the strike zone. That's exactly what Langston did, and Casarella punished him for it. 1 out. Top of the 4th is that one called the ball. Just missing down low. 3-3 the score line here. Top of the 4th inning. 2 in scoring position with 1 out. This is an RBI opportunity, even on a sacrifice. Ball low and away. Probably the slowest player in the Missoula starting lineup in Stone on 3rd, however. So if you get one to shallow, medium depth in the outfield, maybe you get lucky with the fact that it is Stone on 3rd. The 2-0. Foul scrape. This inning started off with a single by Bermudez, then a walk to Klemp before Apodaca flied out to left. Double walk and a double since then. The extra base hits have started to pour in, mixed with a little bit of question of control from Langston. The 2-1. Fouled off. Souvenir ball. Pummels the seat below me. And we go to 2-2. Langston now on 50 pitches. He was so efficient through the first 3 frames, going 9 up, 9 down, all on single-digit pitching innings. The 2-2. This one hit just beyond the shortstop, and stop sign at third base for Xavier Casarella. It is 4-3. Missoula with 4 in the 4th, at least. Now 195 off the bat. Sergio Gutierrez stepping in. Range Riders, as with the Paddleheads, pretty limited in terms of options out of the bullpen. So this would need to continue for quite a while, probably, to see a reprieve for Langston. Runners going, pitch misses inside, and Kozuski will steal second. Easily his 10th stolen base of the season. Gutierrez 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time up, the only victim of a Langston K. 4-3 Missoula. Foul ball. And the count's 1-1. Missoula squad has a losing record here in their 28th game of the season. Very rarely are they below 500 at this point. I don't know if there's a time in the independent era where they've been with a losing record through 28 games. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss as Gutierrez continues to try to understand Langston's pitches. That one a nice changeup at 84. Lifted in the zone, but Gutierrez just mistimed it. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, 2 in scoring position. This inning could go from bad to worse for the Glacier Range Riders if Gutierrez finds a good piece of hitting. Casarella on third, Kozuski, good wheels on second. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Piatkovich waits on deck. 2-2, 1 out pitch into the Missoula catcher, Sergio Gutierrez, who flares it foul. Originally from Burlington, Kentucky, and most recently played under former Range Rider manager and Paul Fletcher over at the Lexington Legends in the Atlantic League. Down low, counts full. Just trying to find that punch out pitch, Langston is. He already got the better of Gutierrez once today. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. Kozuski on second, Casarella on third. Hit over to first, fielded by Millen, who will tap the bag. It's an RBI ground out as Xavier Casarella crosses home plate. Kozuski to third. Up comes Jeremy Piatkovich as all 9 batters for the Missoula Paddleheads will step up to the plate here in the top of the 4th. Range Riders have just been stung time and time again by 1 rough inning. Usually it's been the 7th inning. I think I wake up with cold sweats in the middle of the night thinking about 7th innings. Count goes to 0-1 on that first pitch strike. 0-1, 2 outs, top of the 4th. Potential runner on third base for Piatkovich, who sends it sky high to center. J.D. McLaughlin there to greet it, and with his feet planted firmly in the ground, makes the catch with the left-handed glove. We head to the bottom of the 4th, a 5-run top half of the frame, and Missoula leads Glacier.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury corner suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Glacier Range Riders with a 5-3 deficit. They'll step up to the plate down for the first time today. Jaron Jackson has not proved untouchable, however. The Range Riders have scored 3 runs against him. This combination here in the bottom part of the lineup did in part help combine for one of those. Garner and Steele got a runner across. After the Garner double, Steele pushed himself into left field where Garner scored on it. As this is a base knock up the middle by J.D. McLaughlin. Great contact for the Range Riders center fielder. A smooth swing to the tune of 105 miles per hour. And a leadoff single now with Garner, who's feeling good after the leadoff double and the run scored. He showed, 1, a good swing of the bat, 2, the speed to get home on the RBI single by Steele. Range Riders stranded runners on second and third in that inning. Probably wish they would have had that back now. First pitch into Garner. Sky high fly to right field. Backing up to the track, and the catch is made by Apodaca. Great swing on that one from Garner. Went 330 feet down the right field line. Just short of finding a long ball or something off the wall, however. McLaughlin on first, man. If it scrapes off the wall there and provides more trouble for Apodaca and right. McLaughlin's running for days. Garner right behind him. Now McLaughlin is running. Throw into second, not in time. J.D. McLaughlin has himself a stolen base. Pitch was a ball. Count goes to 1-0. J.D. in scoring position. That's why him avoiding the strikeouts, getting more base knocks, getting on to first, so crucial. As they're trying to pick on Gutierrez a little bit behind the plate and do so successfully there. He hasn't caught anybody today, and the Range Riders know it. This one flared down the right field line. This one could be trouble, and it'll fall. Throw comes into second base, and it is safe at second. Then the throw home as J.D. scores. Piotkovich, too entranced with trying to place the tag on Jacob Steele, ends up with taking just too much time there, and J.D. scores on the smart play getting home. You see just a hesitation, sees the run, and the third baseman, or maybe that was the pitcher, Jackson, is just screaming at home right in the foreground of that play. Right when McLaughlin was going, you just saw Jackson say, no, who cares about the guy at second? Make the throw home, and Piotkovich had no idea. That's part of the awesomeness. Awesomeness, I don't know if that's actually a word, but I have said it a lot in my lifetime. And that's part of the awesomeness of having a great home crowd that's cheering about the play at second, and they're cheering so loud that Piotkovich cannot hear his teammates telling him to throw home. Goes down as an RBI double. for Jacob Steele. 5-4 just like that. This one to shallow center field. Catch made. And no throw will be made to third base. Not one with actual effort there as Steele bolted to second base. Up comes Kyle Ashworth. A walk and a strikeout for Ash. 7 pitches thrown by Jackson, but once again, I mean, on a low pitch count inning, he has had an adventurous time. First pitch down low. And the count goes to 1-0. Range Riders withstanding a 5-run top of the 4th inning. Biting back with at least a solo run here. But a base knock with the speed of Steele on second could easily equalize. And this one flaring out to left center field. Comfortable to it is the center field Kazuski. Hit it well at 101 miles per hour. But just too close to an outfielder for Missoula. We head to the 5th. It's 5-4. Paddleheads in front.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
We're back top of the 5th inning. Paddleheads with a 5-4 lead over the Glacier Range Riders. Langston pitch count not too shaky, but it was just the top of the 4th that was shaky after he faced the minimum through the first 3. So you've seen a little bit of what Langston can do. So positive in those first 3 innings. Weak contact, make the defense work, out of the strikeout versus Gutierrez. And then you've also seen, hey, when you mix some hard hit balls with some walks, oh no, runs can come in a hurry. Swing and a miss. So that one just 87 on the gun, but Bermudez flailed without contact. 0-2 goes the count. This is always going to be the question for Langston at his current state is where does that punch out come from? How does he finish off a batter in 0-2? Can he hit the corners and entice some weak contact, or can he just blow it by him at 89? Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Bermudez. As Nick Klemp steps to the plate, 0 for 1. Nick Klemp. He has some really interesting movement on that fastball that just runs outside. For lefty batters, kind of tricky to be able to read that one. That one ended up a couple balls outside as this one laced into center field. 106 from Nick Klemp. And a single to put him on board with 1 out. But as a lefty, you're already worried in an 0-2 count, and if you can just run that ball away from the left-handed bat, it has worked. A time or two for Langston today. One out, Klemp on first. 5-4 contest as that one deciphered to have missed. And the count goes to 1-0. I wonder what the splits are for Langston, lefties versus righties. As this one hit to second, fielded for 1, the throw for 2, and the second time today as an Enzo Apodaca ground into a double play. 4-6-3 in your scorebook, and we head to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway home in the Flathead Valley. Range Riders down by just 1 after we see Rover to steal 2 million to kill off the Missoula Chains. We'll be right back.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Glacier Range Riders with a 5-4 deficit. We see 3, 4, and 5. Rover, Ratfield, and Hornung. Part of the lineup for the Glacier Range Riders here in this 5th inning. Downstairs, Jaron Jackson on 64 pitches right now. And it's a similar storyline to Langston. Like, he's had some good innings. He's had some good moments. They both enticed hard contact, and just at times they've gone as our home plate umpire there, Travis Schatzman. That ball was pretty clearly going foul for most of the way down that first baseline. But he took off running like he was trying to stretch out an infield single. And then he didn't want to, plant and stop. So he just kept running for a while. And speaking of planting, that one planted on the foot of Tommy Rover. A hit by pitch. That does not feel good. Gutierrez offering a hand up. Probably a little more feel would be appreciated there, as clearly Rover was not ready to get up just yet. And now he'll take it. Rachel Freeman, our trainer from Logan Health, making her way out to walk maybe a little bit down the first base line with Rover, and no, she doesn't want to walk with him. He says, I'll just walk it off myself. Hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Let's see if the Range Riders could take advantage as Donovan Ratfield steps up. Grounded into a double play and struck out Dead Rat. Got a chance to briefly spend some time in the hometown area of Ratfield last weekend. Flew into Reno, which is right next to Sparks, which is where he's from. Of course, he went to his final year of college at the University of Nevada, Reno. Just an incredible collegiate story for Donovan Ratfield, who started his career at the College of Marin, which is a JUCO school near the Bay Area. And that JUCO grind was real. I mean, nothing was handed easy to Ratfield. But this guy was able to earn himself a spot on the Gonzaga roster. Play a couple years in Spokane, Washington for the Zags. batting .310 and .266 in the 2 seasons there. Before then heading back home to Reno, where he played 28 games his senior year with the Wolfpack. The 0-1 into Ratfield. This one hit over to third and just beyond the dive of the third baseman in Casarella. Casarella, a man who held the designated hitter spot for most of his time with the Glacier Range Riders. And haven't seen him make too many mistakes defensively when he's played with Billings last year and with Missoula. But I think he just doesn't quite have the range that you would want most often. Ends up as a double as he's just not able to get to that ball. It didn't come fast at him. It was 78 miles per hour. And he should have been playing that line somewhat because it's a right-handed batter, but instead it squeaks by him and it turns what could have been at least a ground out to Ratfield, maybe even a double play if he turns it real quick, into a double. Ratfield on second, Rover on third, 5-4 contest. And now this one heads towards the gap in left center field, and we should be tied. Rover heading home, Ratfield heading to third and getting there safely. We're all square at 5 apiece off the sacrifice fly by Carson Horner. Hit it 102 miles per hour right at the center fielder Kazuski. No chance for him to get any head of steam though. Meant that Ratfield and Rover could move on over. In red. Red Rover. Move on up. Forget. One out, bottom of the 5th inning. Up steps Jake Millen, who will bat for the 3rd time today. Fly out and a strikeout for Jake against Jaron Jackson. Infield in right now for Millen, who fouls off the first pitch. Millen, runner on third, less than 2 outs. This is a situation the Range Riders have found themselves in a ton this year. And really, it's felt like they haven't taken advantage of it enough, but they actually have. Jake Millen, though, he's struggled in these scenarios. He's just 3 for 15 in terms of bringing in runs. And that's because, unfortunately, of the high strikeout numbers. He had a strikeout looking his last time up. The Range Riders as a whole have brought in 58 RBIs in 118 of these opportunities. That's a .492 clip in these opportunities. So Millen sitting at the bottom of the line in terms of being able to do that. The 0-2, 1-out pitch, bottom of the 5th. Fouled off again. Question, can he just change up his approach enough on 0-2 to be able to flare some contact somewhere? Ratfield on third, not built with a ton of speed, so you're going to need to at least put it in the middle depth of the outfield. 74th pitch of the day thrown by Jaron Jackson as warm-ups are going on in the pen for a right-hander right now. Skips in the dirt. Great block by Gutierrez, who just felt that one clean into his chest protector. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. J.D. McLaughlin on deck. Jaron Jackson versus Jake Millen, with the infield in a tie game 5-5 in the bottom of the 5th. Upstairs. Good discipline to hold off on that one from Jake. 91 on the gun. Right-hander warming up in the pen as Jackson prepares to fire the 2-2. Swing and a miss. 2 gone, bottom of the 5th inning. Infield can back up with 2 outs. J.D. McLaughlin, runner in scoring position this season. He's batting .214 compared to a team average of .265. He's 9 for 42 in these scenarios, J.D. This one popped up. Stone working over, and he'll give it no more than a few more steps and a look to the rocks area where a lone kid in gray plopped on top of it. Good job to protect it there from the kid. He put the full body behind it, made sure the kid in red behind him didn't come up and grab it. Count goes to 0-1. 2 outs. Called a strike. Count goes to 0-2 for JD, who is 1 for 2. Singled his last time up and scored. On the Jacob Steele double. Bluffed the bat. Did he go? The first base umpire punched him out. We head to the 6th as the sacrifice fly by Horning ties us up. It's 5-5 through 5. It's the top of the 6th inning here. Paddleheads Range Riders 5-5 on the scoreboard. CJ Dean leads us off. Dean a 2 RBI double his last time up. Range Riders have scored in 4 out of 5 innings to the tune of 5 runs. The Paddleheads have scored in just 1 inning and make it just 2 innings as that is gone. A no-doubter off the bat of CJ Dean. First home run of the contest for either side. Dean flares that one over left field fence, 380 feet to make it 6-5. Missoula. Tyler Stone stepping up to the plate. This is a back and forth affair. The Range Riders built a 3-0 lead before Missoula scored 5 in the top of the 4th inning. The Range Riders struck back with 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. We are all square at 5 apiece. Range Riders, though, stranded a runner on 3rd that they had with 1 out in the last half inning, and they already really wish they had it back. First pitch of the inning, a home run, and that one missing downstairs to Tyler Stone. Said I was going to check out the splits for Langston, righties versus lefties. Usually, as this one's hit to second, Stone, no chance he's going to get to first in time for this one. And there's a 4-3 put out. We're out number 1. Usually, for a right-handed pitcher like Langston, lefties will be better. And I haven't even looked, so I'm not trying to preclude anything. I'm just saying, let's see what we get. Langston, lefties are hitting 385, righties are hitting 383 coming. So lefties are hitting better, but only slightly. As this righty Xavier Casarella, who doubled his last time up, sees the first pitch ball. 1-0 goes the count. 2-0 now. Langston with the bases empty against him. He's actually pitched worse than with runners on. With runners on, he's been a little bit more clutch, about 100 points of difference between bases empty and runners on bases. Count goes to 3-0. Four-pitch walk. issued to Xavier Casarella. 1 out, top of the 6th inning, 6-5 Missoula. With the Range Rider pitching situation right now, they are down essentially 8 pitchers from the start of the season, which is just an incredible number to be at right now. You got 4 pitchers who were signed by MLB organizations, which of course is the goal. Those were successes for the Range Riders, but as this one hit down the right field line, it's a fair ball. Getting to it will be Fernandez. No throw anywhere but the cutoff. And a double by Kazuski. Puts 2 in scoring position. You got the 4 guys signed to affiliated contracts. Jacob Stretch, Luke Schaefer, Luke Cooper, and then Jake Covey. So those are 4 guys that 3 of them probably would have been in the starting rotation, and Luke Cooper would have been a very key bullpen arm relied upon. And then you take 4 guys on IL right now that are key parts of this Range Riders staff. Will Maynard, Jared Ingman, Jonah Giblin, Davis Pratt. We're getting a reset, I believe, of the pitch clock. Sergio Gutierrez, 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out to first. That ground out to first, however, was an RBI ground out. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. This one hit through up the middle for a base knock, and it will get all the way towards the gap in right center field. Gutierrez will hold at second base. He would have been dead to rights at third. 2 RBI double makes it 8-5 Missoula. Take a look back at the well-struck ball to the right center gap. Inning kicked off with a solo home run to left field. And after a ground out by Tyler Stone, a walk and 2 doubles bring 2 across. First pitch, call the ball, and the count goes to 1-0. Piotkovich holds back on that one. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Now up near 80 pitches. Warm-ups going on in the pen for the Glacier Range Riders. Looks like Jacob Hasty warming up for Glacier. In the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. Piotkovich is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to center field. 8-5 scoreline here. Just inside, that one misses. Ball 3. Don't know how progressed in the warm-ups Hasty is, but this might be the last batter for Langston if he walks Piotkovich. Don't know if you want to see the lineup see Langston for a 4th time. It will be a walk. And Gutierrez on second, Piotkovich on first. They're going to give 1 more batter, it looks like, for Langston as the switch hitter, Will Bermudez, steps up to the plate, or maybe Ratfield is buying time. Bermudez is a switch hitter, so you're not going to play the handedness of the batter because he will go to the other side of the plate if Hasty comes in as a lefty. But there are some good lefty bats coming up in this lineup. Apodaca and Stone specifically at the 3 and 5 spot. 1 out, top of the 6th inning. Gutierrez on second, Piotkovich on first. A roster note, I should say, is that when I construct the Range Rider roster, for a switch hitter, I put S. Like when it says bats and throws, I put S for switch hitter. slash, and then whenever he bats. The Missoula roster goes with a B for both. Your fun fact of the day. What do you prefer? This one hit over towards first. A foul ball. Count goes to 0-1 on Will Bermudez. They will give him the opportunity. A strikeout his last time up. Gutierrez on second. Pietkovich on first. 0-1 count, 1 out, top of the 6th inning, 8-5 scoreline. Range Riders would love to just keep this at an arm's length, considering that both bullpens, really anything could happen when they step on the mound. The 0-1. This one hit towards second, fielded for 1, and they do say he was on the bag. I don't know if he actually was, but yeah, I guess he just kept a touch of the toe to it. A fielder's choice, and they do get rid of a fairly speedy batter in Pietkovich. Take a look back at it and see Pietkovich maybe could have made this up, but he didn't want to get hit by it. And Steele just kept enough of that toe on the bag. Up comes Nick Klemp, a righty batter. So they're going to take the righty versus righty matchup. Bermudez to first. If that ball came off a little bit faster from Bermudez, could have been another double play that would have ended the inning. As this one powered to right field. Backing up is Fernandez, and he'll watch it go over the wall. A 3-run blast in the top of the 6th inning that will all but bring the day to a close for Langston and make this a 6-run 6th for Missoula. (11-5) goes the score line. Enzo Apodaca, who is 0 for 3. As you just see, that one offered dead center at 87 miles per hour, and Klemp gave it a ride. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, top of the 6th. (1-0) into Apodaca, called the ball low and away. 2-0. Range Riders are going to need some offense. They worked it back to a tie game at 5-5. On the first pitch of the inning, they lost it, and now they are really in the deficit. Largest lead of the game for Missoula. The 2-1, 2-out pitch here in the top of the 6th. Hit on the ground, back towards Langston. He knocks it down with his glove and then flips a funky shovel pass to the first baseman Millen to end the inning. We add to the bottom of the 6th. Missoula 6 runs in the frame to lead 11-5.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate. This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it, because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group, and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too, and we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
Bottom of the 6th inning here. Range Riders back up to the plate as they take on Jaron Jackson. Range Riders coming off a 9-game road trip. There's a called strike right at the bottom of the zone to Carson Garner. 9-game road trip started off with a week in Billings where the Range Riders took 2 out of 6 contests before 3 games in Great Falls starting on Tuesday. Swing and a miss by Garner. Count goes to 0-2. And after those 3 games, it was late night bus ride back last night. 0-2. This is upstairs from Jackson to Garner. Garner 1 for 2 with the double. Hard hit ball to right field as well for Carson. Range Rider bus driver Travis got us in about 1:30 a.m. last night to the stadium. This one hit hard and foul down the left field line. That's a good swing by Garner, especially with something that would have punched him out if ABS would have called it. It was 81 right at the bottom of the zone. Last night's game in Great Falls was pretty efficient time-wise. Sun was still up when the game ended. Not very often do we get out of Great Falls on a Thursday getaway day with the sun still out. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the 6th inning, 11-5 Missoula. Base is empty for the leadoff batter, Carson Garner. Swing and a miss. Garner punched out with a changeup at the bottom of the zone. Up steps Jacob Steele, 2 for 2. Range Riders, when they allowed 5 in the 4th, they came back and they attacked pretty hard and did get a run back. And it felt like there was something from that made it seem like this Range Rider offense was still in it. That one almost hit Steele. Count goes to 1-0. We will see what we get the rest of this inning, but you worry certainly if you see a 1-2-3 inning. 1-0. Upstairs, high at the zone. Range Riders likely going to get to the bullpen pretty soon here, but Michael Schlacht, manager of this Missoula Paddlehead squad, seems uninterested in going to the bullpen this inning. There's a called strike. Count goes to 2-1. He has 2 guys standing in front of the bullpen protecting a would-be warm-up pitcher, but nobody warming up behind him. They're just standing right in front of the bullpen plates. Called strike makes the count 2-2, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, 11-5. Missoula in front. Michael Schlacht, of course, nobody's managed more independent baseball games in the Pioneer League than him. 347 wins, 176 losses for Schlacht in his managerial career at Missoula. Todd Pratt, 55 wins, 67 losses in the season and a half that he's been with the Range Riders. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Jackson into Steele. Gets to Bermudez with it, who just hockey goalies it down and makes the throw to first for out number 2. Alex Fernandez, a double, a walk, and a fly out. 1 for 2, Fernandez is. And we'll flip over the lineup card as he sees Jackson for the 4th time today. Range Riders looking for their 200th win in franchise history. They've been looking for it since Wednesday night. And he came up short thanks to a late rally by the Voyagers. Down in the dirt, 1-0. Fernandez hasn't faced a ton of lefty pitchers thus far. His double today was his first hit against a lefty pitcher. He was 0 for 2 coming in against lefties, and that means he was 10 for 18 and still is 10 for 18 against right-handed pitchers. And this one to shallow center. Moving in and making the catch on the run is Kazuski. We head to the 7th. Missoula leads Glacier 11-5.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. It's the top of the 7th inning. Glacier Range Riders with a 11-5 deficit as the new pitcher into the contest is Jacob Hasty. Range Rider southpaw will lead this one off against C.J. Dean. Dean led off last inning with a home run that tilted the table heavily towards this Missoula squad. That home run was not the only run of the inning. There was 5 more added on in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch in from Hasty to Dean is a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Final line for Evan Langston, 6 innings pitched. He has 9 hits against, 11 runs, all earned. That's due to the 5 walks. As there's a foul ball, count goes to 0-2 on Dean. Dean had the better of him a couple times. Double and a home run halfway to the cycle for C.J. Dean. Counts 0-2 now. On the right-handed left fielder. Hit on the ground towards third. Backing up is Garner. Throw across. Easy to get out Dean. Tyler Stone now stepping up, the left-hander. 0 for 2. Did have a walk against Jacob Hasty. First pitch into Stone. Down low from the Range Rider left-hander Hasty. This one hit towards second, where Tommy Rover sees a late kind of divot of the ball. Still find his glove. 2 quick ground outs by Hasty. Hasty's had some shaky appearances in the first couple weeks of this season, but you just had a feeling that it was going to even out. Obviously hard to chase the numbers that he put up last year. They were so good. But you still expect him to be a solid option, as now he faces off against his former teammate Xavier Casarella, who took him yard at the end of the Sunday contest between these two. Range Riders celebrated Toy Story Day that day. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. 11-5 scoreline. Casarella versus Hasty. That one down as well. 2 balls and no strikes. On the season, Hasty's got a 9.82 ERA. 15 strikeouts, 13 walks. That control has been the biggest thing against him. He's also had 3 hit by pitches this year. Ball inside. And it's 3-0 to Xavier Casarella. Opposing batters still hitting just 250 against Hasty, which if you look at the guys around him in ERA, nobody is that low. Nobody's really even close to that, as it's a 4-pitch walk issued to Casarella. So it's really just been those walks, and then the hits have come at opportune times against him. $11-5 scoreline. Kozuski, the lefty, up. He is 2 for 3 today. A single and a double down the right field line his last time up. Up and in near the face. It's 5 straight balls thrown by Hasty. Jacob Hasty is somebody you expect to be an expert against lefties, and he is. Just 1 hit by a lefty against him this year. Of course, lefties have drawn some walks against him, and right now it is a 2-0 count for Hasty. Righties are 8 for 30 against Hasty coming into this contest. Range Riders used him a lot as a 1-out, sort of get out of this inning, minimize the damage, specialty type guy. 2-0, as it's now 3-0. Hasty, no problem through the first 2 guys. On the 3rd pitch of the Dean at bat, got him into a ground out. Then he got Stone in 2 pitches to a ground out. Get me over pitch does find the strike zone for the first time in 8 pitches. Flared it up and foul. Souvenir ball. Somebody got that based off the cheering. Count's now full for Kozuski versus Hasty. The 3-2. Called ball 4. Challenge. It's a good challenge. I don't have a problem with it, but it did miss low. Probably whatever that would have been called, it would have been challenged. Up comes Sergio Gutierrez. Switch hitting catcher, bats from the right side for the first time today. From the left side, he was 1 for 3 with a double. 11-5 scoreline, Missoula leads. Top of the 7th here. That one called the ball. And it just has gone that way for the Range Riders, where you're never going to challenge that one. I'm glad they didn't in a lot of respects, but that one hit the zone. And the count goes to 1-0. And it's right after the one they challenged that they needed, and that one didn't go their Range Riders' way. It's just kind of been the story of the last 2 weeks since the Range Riders started a 3-game series against Missoula. They got swept in that series, then they lost the Billings series, and then they lost the series in Great Falls. 1 ball, 2 strikes, swing and a miss by Gutierrez again. Count goes to 1-2. Two-out pitch, top of the 7th here. Hasty to Gutierrez to try and finish off the frame. Gutierrez taking his time on a timeout. The 1-2, 2-out pitch. Into home. Late swing and a foul ball. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Crone Pro Seal, proudly serving the Flathead Valley with expert asphalt seal coating and quality workmanship since 1988. Learn more at croneproseal.com. Also brought to you by Evergreen Disposal, providing reliable garbage pickup and dumpster rental services across Flathead and Lincoln County. Learn more at evergreengarbage.com. 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch, top of the 7th inning. Casarella on second, Kazuski on first. The pitch in. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Tag applied to Gutierrez, and a strikeout ends the frame. We head to the 7th inning stretch. Get up yourself and not sing along because we're going to commercial, but sing along from home. Range Riders trailing 11-5. Welcome back, bottom of the 7th inning. Glacier Range Riders with the lead as Jaron Jackson steps out for his 7th inning of work. The Range Riders offense, 5 runs is great, but for the 2nd straight night, a starting pitcher that comes in with a ERA above 7.5 is going deep into the contest. They got a complete game shutout against them by Sam Lavin, who had a 9.6 ERA coming into last night. And now the 7.89 ERA of Jaron Jackson is in the 7th on 94 pitches, which I don't know if you need him out there on 94. Sean Ripe has shown a reckless abandon at Great Falls for the arms of his guys, but Schlack maybe less so to that extent. He usually prioritizes the health of his starting pitchers, especially considering the injuries that have piled up for Missoula, but maybe that's also part of the reason why Jaron Jackson is out there. Called strike, count goes to 1-1. 2 straight nights, Sean Ripe of Great Falls left his starter out there on over 124 pitches. Sam Lavin was working on a complete game shutout, but Esteban Hernandez was on 124 just for the heck of it, even though he wasn't necessarily pitching that well. Kind of a similar situation for Jackson here. Is going to creep up to 100. They're probably giving him the lefty in Ashworth before deciding what to do against the switch hitter Rover. If Ashworth reaches to start the inning, it might be the end of the day for Jackson, who is on his 99th pitch upcoming into Ashworth. This one towards short, floated there where Piatkovich makes the grab for out number 1. Jackson's done what many have not been able to do, and that's get Ashworth out the majority of the time. He got a walk, Ashworth did, but then 0 for 3 since. And it looks like Rover's gonna go against Jaron Jackson. The 100th pitch fired in by the Missoula Southpaw. Called for a strike. Seems our home plate umpire has overestimated the height of Rover, which in most scenarios I'm sure Rover appreciates. Probably the one time when Rover appreciates being seen as undersized is when he's at the plate. It is a benefit sometimes in baseball. The 1-1. Tapper over towards third. Casarella on his horse, and oh, Nelly. When you miss a wide open layup on the basketball court, one of the things you could say is that the guy smoked it, and that's what that was in the baseball version of it. I don't know what Casarella was throwing at. But it was probably closer to being caught by a fan in the rocks area than by his first baseman, Stone, as he delivered a bullet that just scraped the glove of a leaping Stone. An E5 puts a runner on base, and can that spark something? Give a lifeline to the Range Riders, who's been looking for some offense ever since that 6-run top of the 6th. Donovan Ratfield, 1 for 3. They're keeping Jackson out on 102 pitches. And it hits the toe of Ratfield, and maybe now we'll see if Schlack decides to come out of the dugout. He holds off. Conversation happening on the bump, and I think it's a tie-by maneuver. Ooh, just right on the top of that back toe. Ratfield had a quick conversation. He obviously knew of Matt Clayton, but he never played with Matt Clayton, former Range Rider catcher who was also at Nevada. Matt Clayton earned my favorite nickname for a guy because he was simply the robot. It was absurd. He would get hit by a pitch like that, and kind of like Ratfield did there, but even more so, he had the same exact mechanics every time he got hit by a pitch, and he got hit by a lot. He has the single season record for most times hit in a season. First pitch into Horning. This is up and away. Carson Horning, 1 for 2, singled into right and hit a sacrifice fly today. In a single season. Well, actually, never mind. He got passed up. I didn't realize that, even though I make the record book and I clearly punched it in myself. Ben Fitzgerald in 2024 got hit 18 times, and I believe that outlasted 17 by Clayton in 2023. Ball 3. I'm shocked that Jackson's still out there. I get it, the error wasn't his fault, but Ratfield, he hit him on the first pitch, a ball that just was not fine-tuned. And now he's behind 3-0, and Schlacht is really in danger of opening this game back up. The 3-0 one-out pitch with runners on first and second. Jackson fires it into the zone. Needed a get-me-over pitch, and he does make it 3-1. That one right over the heart of the plate at 87 miles per hour. Clearly the velos ticked down from the left-hander, Jackson. Still a hitter's count for Carson Horning. Range Riders down by 6. Fouled off. Count goes full, 3-2. Horning mentioned an RBI on the sacrifice fly. He had a good bullet out to center field. That was enough to score the runner in Rover last time. Now Rover wants to score again and waits on second base. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. This one right back at Jackson. The throw to second is clean. It's a 1-6 double play. That ball 90 miles per hour. Jackson able to make the play on it. We head to the 8th. It's 11-5 in favor of the Missoula Paddleheads. Jaron Jackson, 7 innings. And this might have been the most impressive play that he made.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Top of the 8th inning here in beautiful Flathead Valley, Montana. Jacob Hasty out for another inning of work. Got himself into some trouble with some walks there, but was able to survive the scare. 9-1-2, due up. Starting off with Piotkovic. See the top of the order as well in Bermudez and Klemp. Klemp's 3-run home run right now. Pretty much the biggest difference in this game. I know the lead would still be with Missoula without that, but it just feels a lot different because of that blast. Let's call the ball. Count goes to 2-0. On the day, Piotkovic is 0 for 2, 2 flyouts and a walk. And it's 3-0. Needs to get me over, can't get it. Tight strike zone. And a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning. First pitch into Bermudez misses. It is 1-0, 5 straight balls thrown by Hasty to start off this inning. That one also called outside. Home plate umpire will not change his strike zone. Appreciate the integrity. That one did just miss, truly right outside. And there we go. One over the heart of the plate. Count goes to 2-1. Three balls, 1 strike. In danger right now, putting 2 aboard, both by way of the walk. And that's exactly what happens. Couple close misses, but also a couple ones that just no chance anybody's going to swing at. And Hasty, by his own sword, has put himself in a jam. Nick Klemp steps up, 2 for 3, a big 3-run home run his last time up. Ratfield, a conversation with Hasty. Who wiggles the hips and steps back on to toe the rubber. And it's a ball outside. Hasty has hit the strike zone once this inning. 50% strike percentage last frame as this one into right field. We'll bring Ashworth in. Goes quickly to the cutoff. And that's the thing about Hasty, is he's going to get outs when guys swing the bat. Enzo Apodaca steps up. The same way he was just placing pitches perfectly on the edge of the zone last year. He's just not been able to fully key in on. Pitch like that he's missed in this inning multiple times. Just less than a ball outside the zone to righties, inside to lefties. It's not far off. Of course, he has missed some far off. But just trying to hone back in and have that fine touch that he's had before. That's exactly what you want out of Hasty. Perfectly cut on the inner part of the strike zone. About half that ball in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, top of the 8th. Runners going, it's a foul ball. Pjatkiewicz wanted third, and he's going to have to make the walk of shame. Back to second. Check in on the league scoreboard, but first, send a huge shout out to Magoo & Company of Whitefish, the Flathead Valley's premier jeweler, offering fine jewelry, expert repairs, custom design, and more. Visit Magoo & Company in Whitefish today. Called strike 3. Perfectly placed pitch and a good punch out by Hasty. 2 outs, top of the 8th. League scoreboard. We got a final in Billings, Montana. The Voyagers stay hot, 10-3, beating the Billings Mustangs. The top offense in the league right now, held to 3 runs by a Voyagers pitching staff that is not blowing anybody away. How about 4 innings from Chance Cox, and then passed off. Smitty had 2 shutout frames, Sepulveda had 2 shutout frames, and Will Rogers finished it off with a blank in the 9th. Wow. They also scored 8 runs in the first inning. That does feel good. I can tell you what, sometimes games are over after 8 runs in the first inning. In the battle of last place versus last place, Red Pocket leads the Idaho Falls Chuckers 9-3. And on paper, that's probably what I could have told you, because the Mobiles have shown signs of life. Idaho Falls, anything but. And now hosting a team with no home. They're down by 6 at their home ballpark in Melaleuca Field. Ogden Raptors leading the Boise Hawks 8-5. The Raptors and their form coming up the next couple weeks is going to be important for the Range Riders, because they host Ogden for 6 games in a row, starting with the week after 4th of July. Modesto up 4-2 on Oakland. Yuba Sutter trails Long Beach 6-0. Ball low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. This is C.J. Dean at the plate. Dean, a ground out his last time up. The 2-1 pitch into Dean. Foul ball. Count goes to 2-2. Hasty digging himself into a hole with the 2 walks to lead off the inning, but maybe he just wanted a little bit of pressure. Can he get out of this 8th inning clean with runners on first and second? The 2 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch, top of the 8th inning. Pjatkiewicz and Bermudez. It is a called ball, and they would have been out of the inning if they would have challenged it. Oh, that was a perfect placement from Hasty. Oh, 1 challenge remaining for the Range Riders, and they're going to hold on to it. You need it for your offense, and that's the methodology, because you need to score runs. Wow, outs are a little less important. A 3-2. And that one also hits the zone and also not challenged by the Range Riders. Oh my goodness, it's ball 4. The home plate umpire refusing to punch out C.J. Dean, and the bases are loaded. Oh, Nelly. It is much easier to look at the ABS strike zone right in front of me and see where these pitches come in. But it is also much more painful. This one swung on down the right field line. It's foul. Up near the beer garden. That one off of dead center and taken off the bat of Stone at 105 miles per hour. In the end, allowed foul ball. Oh, Nelly. 0-1 pitch. Upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. Tyler Stone is 0 for 3, does have a walk. This one flared towards the left. Backing up, Ashworth gets right in front of the McGowan Company sign and makes the catch. Let's call that a very scary ball don't lie moment, as the Range Riders just survive 2 possible punch-out pitches going against them, no challenges, and then a deep fly out to strand the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 11-5 Missoula. Welcome in, bottom of the 8th inning. The Glacier Range Riders currently trail the Missoula Paddleheads 11-5 here in Flathead Valley, northwestern Montana. For the first time stepping into the left-handed batter's box is Jake Millen. Millen 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts today. New pitcher into the contest for the Missoula Paddleheads is a veteran, not just on this Missoula roster, but in the Pioneer League as a whole. I don't think you'll find a guy who's seen more PBL time than Mark Timmons, Nebraska Omaha product, standing 6'2", 205 pounds, 27 years old. Out of Omaha, Nebraska, played for his hometown Mavericks. On the season, Timmons has a 3.97 ERA, 1-0 record, 11th appearance. He has 7 strikeouts to 9 walks. Opposing batters hitting .395 against Timmons. This one's sky high. It's a foul ball to make the count 2-1. Final line for Jackson, the starting pitcher, 7 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, also had 2 hit by pitches. The 2-1 into Millen. Foul ball. 2-2. Due up this half inning after Millen, it's McLaughlin and Garner. 2-2 is swung on and popped up to left center field. Simple play. In left for Dean, out number 1. Sunset starting to tick down as JD makes his way up to the plate. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Ice Cold Coca-Cola. Whether you're cheering from the stands or listening from home, nothing goes better with summer baseball than a Coke. Grab an Ice Cold Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment, because baseball tastes better with a Coke. First pitch. A ball to JD. Scratch out a strike. 0-1 goes the count. Taps this one foul down the third base line. Count goes to 0-2. I don't get a Coke myself, but I do have a Powerade, which is a part of the Coke family. I'm going with a red Powerade today. Oh-2, no out pitch. And yes, I am rocking the red Powerade because of the red jerseys. It's Friday. Got to stay on theme at all times. 0-2, 1 out pitch to JD. Back up the middle, caught a piece of Timmons. The throw into first is in time, they say. Ooh. That one was a close play over there. Whipped back at the pitcher, 84 miles per hour. So take a look back at it. You see, first of all, hit it with the glove. That's the best place you want to hit it with. The throw to first. I might have just beat him. Ooh, it's a close play over there. It looked like he was going to be out, just where he was and where that throw was made. Umpire over there on first, Matt Beaver, might have jumped the gun a little bit and anticipated, but whatever it is, it's a ground out. What it goes down as. The first pitch to Garner missed. Count goes to 1-0. Now it's 2-0. Tonight's Glacier Range Riders broadcast brought to you by Johns Manville. Trusted leader in roofing and insulation solutions for home businesses and beyond, built on quality, performance, and innovation. Johns Manville helps protect what matters most. Proud to support Range Riders baseball. Called strike on a 2-0 count. Sun setting behind me on what is shaping up to be a beautiful sky. Sunday is the longest day of the year, as there's a ball to make it 3-1 in the northern hemisphere, that is, aka the summer solstice. Officially the start of summer, but I'll tell you what, short sleeves, great weather, fans vibing, drinking Coca-Colas, whatever it may be, it feels like summer. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning, an 11-5 game. Pitch coming in to Garner from Timmons after a brief pause. And it's ball 4 inside. Garner has himself a 2-out walk. Up comes Jacob Steele. Steele 2 for 3, a single and a double and a ground out. on the 21st, on Sunday, the sun in the Flathead Valley will rise at 5:36 a.m. It will start to rise on the horizon, but obviously there's mountains to the east, so it won't exactly be that clean. But you'll start to maybe see the sky light up. It'll reach its apex at around 1:39 p.m., and the sun will not fully set over the horizon until 9:41 p.m. There's a ball outside. Count goes to 2-0, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. Hopefully in the middle of that day, while the sun is nice and high in the sky, Range Riders will be celebrating a Father's Day victory over the Missoula Paddleheads. Make sure to get your tickets now for Father's Day. 1:05 p.m. first pitch. Kids 12 and under run the bases, and dads join them. My only advice to the fathers out there, please stretch beforehand. Our trainer Rachel has enough to deal with the guys in the IL right now. We don't need any fathers being tended to running the bases, trying to race their kids. This one gets called a strike. Count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. In total on Sunday, that goes down as over 16 hours of daylight. That's called a strike on a pitch that was not given as a strike to Jacob Hasty. A ball outside the zone. Home plate umpire likes it from Timmons. The exact same pitch in the top half of this inning did not get called a strike. That is tough sledding for Hasty. That one low and away, and it's ball 4 anyway. Up steps Alex Fernandez, 2 outs here, up against the righty and Timmons. As I go on my daylight diatribe, I can tell you, even though Sunday is technically the longest day of the year, it's only by less than a second that it's longer than tomorrow. And tomorrow is only 5 seconds longer of daylight than today. So yes, it's the longest day of the year, but only barely. All weekend is long days, beautiful sunsets, great weather here. So if you get the chance, come down to the ballpark because it's a lot more fun than listening to me. Hopefully listening to me is a bearable substitute. First pitch in Alex Fernandez, a called strike. Fernandez 1 for 3, 2 flyouts, a double and a walk for the Range Rider leadoff batter. 500 batting average coming in. It's going to go down unless he can find some success here. Low and away, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. Garner on second, Steele on first. Good speed on the base paths, good speed at the plate. That's a called strike on the inside edge. I don't know what Timmons is doing differently. Maybe it's Gutierrez behind the plate, but these calls were not necessarily getting called on the outer cut. Well, the Range Riders in the top half of this inning. This one just gets a piece of it, but it's a line out right at the shortstop, Pietkovich. We head to the 9th inning of play. Range Riders trailing 11-5. Last chance for insurance from Missoula. Connor Housley leads off on the bump for this top of the 9th inning. He will take over for Jacob Hasty, who had an adventurous 2 innings, but a successful one on the scoreboard nonetheless. 2 innings pitched, no hits, no runs, 5 walks, but 2 strikeouts. And again, the goose egg on the board, which is the most important thing, but a dangerously close deep fly out in the left field last half inning. And now Connor Housley will wait for a conversation between our umpires here. Range Riders manager was out there, as well as Josh Nichols, who runs a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. Usually when he comes out, it is for a possible lightning delay. I don't think that's the case. The umpires are talking right now. As I actually have no guesses as to what this could be. It's not a lightning. If it was a lightning situation, they would just say, okay, let's, everybody get off the field. And now they're going to pull out Michael Schlacht. What can this be? Man, I wish I had John Boy here to read me some lips. I am just zooming in, and so are you. You're seeing a resigned look right now, and a wry look of the head as this game is being put under protest. It should be announced by our PA announcer that the game has been put under protest. And so we will see what this protest is related to. I believe this is one of the first times the Range Riders have ever put a game under protest. I will wait to hear what the reasoning is. If there's an ineligible player, Timmons, I don't have him on the IL. Trying to think of what this can be, and again, I'm right now trying to blow up some phones and see what I can come up with. And I'll keep you updated. Game's under protest as Housley gets a shallow fly out into left field, where Jacob Steele, the shortstop, goes back to grab it. Again, the game under protest now here in the 9th. And it seemed like, based off the body language from Michael Schlacht, that he was it didn't seem like he was mad at the umpires. It seems like maybe there was some sort of revelation that came to light about something. I do not know. But certainly something. And as a pitch up and away, count goes to 2-1. 1 out, top of the 9th inning. And it seemed to be triggered with the fact that Mark Timmons was in the contest. Like that's the only difference from, as there's a walk issued by Housley to Kazuski. Honestly, in an 11-5 game, we're going to focus on the task at hand, but it is kind of a big situation in the big scheme of the result of this game, what this protest is about, and if it's an ineligible player or something of those lines, then we're going to have a situation where what's happening right now could essentially get wiped. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of unprecedented territory, but I'm just trying to Rolodex my brain to figure out what exactly is the case. Up is Sergio Gutierrez after the Kazuski walk. This one flared sky high. Tommy Rover at second base. The man called upon to grab it, and he does. Into his glove. Looking up into some cotton candy clouds to get the out. 2 gone, top of the 9th inning, 11-5 contest. Missoula leads Glacier. Connor Housley, by the way, already mentioned he's into the game. 7.59 ERA, 11 appearances now for him. He has 10 strikeouts to 11 walks. Control has been a question mark there. Pick off over to first, couldn't get him. That one misses over there. Runner's going, and it goes to the backstop on that one. Pietkovich at the plate has as there's a balk called on Housley. So the balk will advance Kazuski now to third base. This one to the backstop, rebounded right back to Ratfield, and he'll take it. Kazuski reached on a walk, a fly and a pop out this inning. Now with 2 outs, a runner on third. The 2-0 pitch in the zone. Because we had a protest, I believe this is the first time I think I've been in attendance for a range rider protest. The other team, Ogden, once put a game under protest themselves against the Range Riders. 3-1, hit on the ground to third, fielded by Garner. The throw to first base is on target and on time for out number 3. Housley throws a shutout inning. A walk nearly gets around on him. We head to the bottom of the 9th. It's 11-5. Missoula leads the Glacier Range Riders. 1/2 inning to go. The last chance for the Range Riders coming up.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Glacier Range Riders in kind of a funky 9th inning thanks to the protest at the top half of the frame. 11-5 the score line. First pitch misses outside. We do see a new pitcher into the contest for the Missoula Paddleheads. It is number 41, Matt Tabensi. Tabensi's been a pretty good option out of the bullpen. 3.38 ERA. This is his 8th appearance. No saves for him yet, though. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. I'll read you real quick because I got the rule book right up in front of me, and I don't want to just make it clear that this protest could go nowhere, but it is something to follow with this game because it's a very rare occurrence that you see a game being put under protest. There's a called strike, and the count goes to 2-1. This is what the PBL rulebook says on protests. It says, in general, the president shall adjudge all protest or disputed games at his or her discretion, and it shall be final and non-appealable. Base knock by Kyle Ashworth up the middle. And the procedure is the president shall make his or her decision on protest of the games as soon as possible. The president may not entertain a protest unless the protesting manager announces his or her intention to protest the game to the umpire-in-chief immediately following the play in question and before another pitch is thrown. Umpire-in-chief will notify the official score, the opposing club manager, and cause a public announcement to be made. And within 24 hours from the time of protest, the club must email about the protest, yada, yada, yada. So that was followed, apparently, and it was immediately following the play. I'm assuming it's something around the participation of Mark Timmons into the contest because it was immediately following his appearance on the bump. Three balls and no strikes as Range Riders try to rally. Down 6 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 11-5 scoreline thanks to a 6-run top of the 6th inning by Missoula. Since then, the Range Riders have been able to do nothing to respond to that 6-run frame. Top NC fires this pitch, ball 4. 2 aboard. Ashworth a single, Rover a walk. Donovan Ratfield step into the play. Ratfield 1 for 3. A double down the left field line. A hit by pitch as well for him. Conversation on the bump right now. Just to check on the starting pitcher here. Or the relief pitcher, I should say, in Top NC. There's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1 on Donovan Ratfield. No one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ratfield, a swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. Ball gets into play. Thanks to a wild pitch there. One ball, 2 strike, no out pitch into Donovan Ratfield. Bluff of the bat, did he go? No, says our first base umpire. Count goes to 2-2. Fans sticking around through this one. Nearly 2,500 coming out on a Friday night, trying to beg for a miracle in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on with nobody out. 11-5 score line. Popped up. Fans that stuck around will get a souvenir for that one. Foul ball out of play. We'll do 2-2 once more. And once again, listen, Donovan Ratfield, a man of the people. That one hit the roof. Never mind. No souvenir, except somebody's walking behind the first base suite building. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bluff of the bat. Did he go? He did not. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Top NC versus Ratfield. Things maybe get a little interesting if you put Ratfield aboard here. Good battle from the Range Rider catcher, who is refusing to go down easy. The 3-2, no out pitch. Fouled off again. What a fight from Donovan Ratfield. Three balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Ashworth on second, Rover on first. Range Riders searching for something to go right in the Reds. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on to shallow right field. The catch will be made. Just got too much on it. If he mishit it a little bit more, it probably squeaks down in the Bermuda Triangle between right, center, and second base. Instead, it's a fly out in the end. And there's one gone. Now they'll keep the lefty top NC. To Pensy. Out to face off against the lefty Carson Hornung. Hornung, 1 for 3 with a single. Lined into a double play his last time. Pitch misses inside to get the at-bat started. 92 on the gun from the southpaw. The 1-0. Make it 2-0. Hornung at the play right now. We got Millen and J.D. McLaughlin after him, if they get a chance to play. The 2-0, 1-out pitch. Called a strike right at the bottom of the plate. Range Riders do have a challenge remaining, so does Missoula. So anybody could call a pitch into question if they want. the 2-ball. 1 strike, 1 out pitch. In the zone. 2-2. Two, 1 out pitch into Carson Horning for Matt, top NC. Swing and a miss, 93 miles per hour, blew it by him. 2 gone, bottom of the 9th inning. Last batter up here. Last chance for the Range Riders is Jake Millen. It's all been about taking advantage of opportunities today. The Range Riders, if they come up empty here, will have stranded more bases with guys on them than the Paddleheads. Counts 1-1 now for Jake Millen. 0 for 4 tonight, Jake. 2 strikeouts, 2 flyouts. This one hammered to right center. Looks to be playable, and it is by the right fielder Apodaca. That ends the contest. Range Riders strand 2. 2 of 9 total runners stranded on base, and they fall 11-5, the final score. We'll take a quick break and come back to wrap this baby up.
Turn.
Welcome back to the post-game show. Scott Gladstone with you as the Range Riders fall in this one by a score of 11-5. The Range Riders now 0-4 against the Paddleheads on this season, and the 61st loss against the Paddleheads all time in this 62nd loss all time against the Paddleheads. Final score, once again, 11-5. Missoula gets the win. The winning pitcher will be Jackson with 7 innings, 5 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, and 2 walks. The losing pitcher is Evan Langston, 6 innings of work, 11 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 5 walks. No save applied in this 6-run decision. Range Riders falling in this one. They did steal 4 bases, but they did not take advantage of their chances. They stranded a total of 10 runners and only had 1 2-out RBI on the day. Obviously, the pitching wasn't good enough as well. 2 innings that got away from the Range Riders, a 5-run top of the 4th inning and a 6-run top of the 6th inning. Final score in this one, 11-5. Let's check in around the league and see what the other PBL squads have been up to this evening. Red Pocket Mobile's up 14-7 in the top of the ninth on Idaho Falls in a battle between the two last-place squads. Boise comes back and beats Ogden 9-8, the final score in Boise. Modesto is up 5-4 on Oakland in Raimondi Park. So Modesto could squeak out a victory over the defending champs there. And Long Beach all over Yuba Sutter 10-0. The final score in Billings 10-3. Great Falls. Looks like Long Beach will surge into first place in the PBL after tonight's scorelines. Huge shout out to everybody who makes this broadcast possible. Game 1 of a 9-game homestand. Make sure to show back up tomorrow night as the Range Riders take on the Missoula Paddleheads once again for a Saturday night clash between the two Mission Mountain rivals. For all of us that make this broadcast possible, including our tremendous press box crew headed up by Vicky Sims over on the other side, as well as our crew, Ashton Mintz, Janelle Ruby, Ryan Maines, Leighton Stoll, Avery Johnston, Ryan Kraus, as well as Jesse, our in-stadium voice of the Glacier Range Riders. And a huge shout out as well to our incredible production crew that is running around there. Zach and Lauren Hill do a great job on the field during these broadcasts. PK helps run our communication for everybody here at the Glacier Range Riders. And back in the HTN studio, huge shout out to Christian Banda, who has been with us for most of this week, helping us have a lot of fun on these broadcasts. My name is Scott Gladstone. Please have a great rest of your evening and stay safe out there.